Hey everyone, happy Monday night and welcome to our weekly Facebook Live. Popping on just a few minutes after 7, so Facebook can let you know I've gone live and that gives me a chance to check my settings and make sure everything looks great. I hope you've had a great day here in Southwest Ontario. It's another hot and humid day. Plus we have an air quality in effect because we have some smoke coming from the west. So yeah, which means it's a great day to stay inside. So welcome to the Stamp with Ann community and welcome to my happy place, aka my stamp room, aka my studio, my stamp room, my craft room, aka just my happy place. So let me just find myself here and I will share with you what we're doing this week. So I'm excited to here, let me try to find myself. I gotta give myself a minute here. I'm excited to be with you this week. So this week I will be going live Monday and Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time and then again on Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Since I am home for the summer, I thought why not throw in an extra Facebook Live. Oh, I found myself. Here we go. All right, so this week I was really just trying to decide what to do. Unfortunately, my order with all my new product got delayed, so I was like, I don't even have a new stuff to share with you. Some of it arrived today, but the majority of it's going to arrive tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. And I was like, well, what am I going to do? Like, I was trying to think, like, I'd shown a lot of the stuff that I already had, so I was like, put my thinking cap on, sat in my room, and was like, okay, like, honestly, what am I going to show you? So I decided, and I'm just going to move my laptop, that this week I'm going to showcase a paper pumpkin kit. So if you are new to crafting, our paper pumpkin kits are amazing. They're just comes in this little red box and you can subscribe to a monthly or a 3, 6, or 12 month subscription. But the thing is, it's like a little crafting box that comes to your house every month. I don't know about you, but I have a stash of those in the back room here, like underneath my table. And I was like, what am I going to do? I need to figure this out. So I decided I'm going to show you May's kit, which is called Mountain Majesties, but I am showing you ways to use it alternatively. So I'm going to show you the kit and then I'm going to show you a scrapbook page. So tonight we're just creating a single scrapbook page with the products that I used from the kit. Plus tomorrow and Wednesday, I'm going to show you 2 alternative fun fold cards. Then I'm going to show you a bunch of other samples that I made. I find when I get my paper pumpkin kit, there's some kits where I love them so much that I will put all of them together. And then there's other kits where sometimes I buy 2. So one kit, I'll just make the cards the way they are. And then the other kits, I'll look for some alternative stuff. So I'm super excited about that. And I'm actually pulling in a stamp set that I have saved for moons to go with my theme tonight. Because I thought it worked perfectly. So with the product of the week, I am showcasing the Simply Said stamp set, so you will see that in the cards. And then, of course, unfortunately, the Mountain Majesties kit is sold out. That's the amazing thing about our paper pumpkin kits. They're awesome, so they sell out very quickly. And then usually they don't have refills left over, but I'm sure if you're a crafter like me, you probably have one sitting on your shelf. So that's what we're going to help you with tonight. So we're going to flip the camera. We're going to get started. So if you're here, say hi. Please like, comment, and share my video. It's the best compliment you can give me. We want more crafters in our crafting room and in our craft community. And interact with me. It's like you're chatting with me, talking with me, having a great time. I don't know about you, but when I craft, one of my favorite things is chocolate. So let me show you what I have. My friend Katie was here last week, so she brought me some new Dove chocolate, and it's like dark chocolate with peanut butter. Oh my gosh, I'm so good. And this one is like milk chocolate and caramel. Oh my gosh, so yummy. So my jar, I'm working on it slowly so I can refill it with new stuff. I would love to know, when you craft, do you snack, and what do you snack on? Our choice is chocolate, sometimes like jubes or Swedish berries, or I'm not sure if that's just a Canadian thing, but yeah, so, but majority it is chocolate. I'm a huge M&M fan. I love Dove, and I love like anything, just any kind of chocolate, especially Cadbury chocolate. I'm a huge Cadbury fan. All right, let me flip the camera and let's get started. You are going to see my beautiful outside. As I said, it's a very overcast day here. I'm not sure. Here, move it down a bit. It is like I said, it's an overcast day. We're having like the smoke coming from, so they're recommending not to really be outside unless you absolutely necessarily have to. So we have been inside all day, and I'm just ready. I'm ready for, I don't even want to say it, just cooler weather. This hot and humidity is so gross. All right, so let's just start with what I'm showcasing with you tonight, and then when I'm ready to do my scrapbook page, I'll move the camera up. So this is our paper pumpkin kit. If you are new to Stampin' Up, or maybe you have been around and maybe haven't tried it, this is a great way to get into the crafting world. It's a monthly subscription. You can do it monthly, you can do it 3, 6, 12, whatever you want. If there's a month that you prefer, you don't really care for the kit itself, you can skip it. So it's kind of a gift that keeps giving. So when you open it, it comes all packaged up, but I've already opened mine. So this is the Mountain Majesties. And I liked the cards, but I really, really liked this one. And I have a daughter who loves to hike, so I thought this would be the perfect way to capture some of her hikes, and that's kind of what my scrapbook theme will be tonight for her hiking. And so what I did was I actually made the 3 cards, and I'm going to show you some alternative cards with the product that I have, and I'll show you what I still have left over. So in a kit, you get you always get a Stampin' Spot. So this month it's Misty Moonlight. You always get a pack of adhesives. So you got some dimensionals, and this kit came with tearaway tape. If you are new to stamp paper pumpkin, on your first kit, you will get a clear block. You always get a stamp set and a label insert. Now what I do is, so here's the stamp set. So it's a great one. So it says, "You mean the world to me, to a wonderful man, happy birthday." So this one was released in May, which was used for they kind of used it for like Father's Day. And what I do is I just keep mine in our clear envelopes, and then I just stick these. I have a rolly cart from IKEA, and I have like little containers that hang on the side, so I just put my stuff in there. Now, as I showed you, it comes with envelopes. So in this kit, we were making 9 cards. So I have 3 different sets of colors. So there's like Misty Moonlight, Lost Lagoon, and I think this is Petal Pink. And then it comes with the card bases and all the supplies. So after creating my projects yesterday, this is all I have left. So I still can go ahead and make some more cards with this, and I probably will, but I wanted to show you. Okay, so let me show you the cards that actually it makes, and then we'll get into the scrapbooking. So this is the one. It says, "Thank you for being the person you are." So these are the 3 cards that you make right here on the kit. I didn't change anything, I just made them. I love all the layers. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a lot of dimensionals on this one. So this one is really nice. And then I changed, now this one was supposed to be a Father's Day. I actually just switched it out to be like a birthday card because I thought that would be great. Lots of layers on that. Look at like 1, 2, 3, 4 layers with lots of dimensions. And then this one is a great one. It says, "You mean the world to me." So that could be used for anything like Valentine's. It could be like anniversary. Even just something that you want to let someone know that they are special to you. So these are the 3 cards that it makes. And like as I said, you get envelopes, you get all the supplies to make that. So let's dive in and create our scrapbook page. So tomorrow, so set your alarm for 11 a.m. Eastern time and 7 p.m. on Wednesday night, and I will be showing you some more alternatives with that. Okay, so first of all, I want to show you where I got my inspiration from. So in our new annual catalog, so this is our 2025-2026 annual catalog, I really like this. On page 28, they have included scrapbook sketches. If you are a person who loves to scrapbook, or maybe you're a person who is starting out, this is a great way. They're just like card sketches, just on a bigger scale. So the one we're using is this one right here. I loved all the little squares, and when I looked at this, I kind of saw those lines and thought, oh, I know what my title will be, so this is the one we're going to focus on tonight. All right. So we have some work to do. All right, I'm just going to move my camera out a little bit so you guys can see my page a little better. I think I'm just gonna move and try it. Okay, maybe that's a little better. I don't want to go too far. Okay, so I probably will. Oh, that's actually pretty good. You guys can see it. You can see it. So on my page, I decided that I was going to do that template. Let me bring that template back in to show you. So when I looked at this template here, I saw these little squares. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to start with squares. I decided to go with the colors Lost Lagoon, black, and no, I actually had Misty Moonlight in there and I didn't really care for it. So I actually just went Lost Lagoon and black. So this is the sketch we're going to work on. I've already started with just the way it was going to lay out so that I knew I had my pieces. If you've been following me on my Monday Night Lives, you know that this is the glass mat that I'm using underneath. Highly, highly recommended if you are a huge avid crafter or somebody who is starting out. It is a great way. I feel like I'm crooked. Just a minute here. It is a great way to, you know, I love it. I love stamping on it. I love doing everything on it. It's really nice. And with it comes this little silicone tray. So I like to use it for my pieces. So we are starting with our squares. I have 4 squares and I've measured them 2 by 2. And we're going to finish the pattern. I just put this down so I knew what my pattern would be. And then we'll put in our pattern paper. So let me just move. So we're gonna go black and then black. Actually, no, yeah. Black. And then we're gonna go Lost Lagoon. Lost Lagoon. So I'm kind of just going like in a diagonal, but I'm using like more of like a pattern. So we're gonna go, make sure there's only one there. We're gonna use basic black. So all my squares are measured the same. Basic black and basic black. Now I'm gonna just make sure make sure these are all on the right way there. Okay. And then let's pull up my pattern paper here. Oh, I think I glued that one down. All right. So we're gonna go Lost Lagoon. We're gonna go Lost Lagoon. And we're gonna go basic black and basic black. Okay, and I've already put one of these down just because I knew that. Okay, so there is the base of our scrapbook layout. As I said, these are 2-inch squares and there is 15 of them. So when I originally started, I had originally thought of like Lost Lagoon, basic black, and Misty Moonlight. But when I was creating it, I didn't really care for it. I pulled more of the black and Lost Lagoon from these colors. So let's go ahead and secure those down. I'm just going to quickly do that. This is the first time that I've actually used a paper pumpkin to create a scrapbook page, and I think it's a great idea. And I'm looking forward to doing some more of these in the future. I think it's a great way to show the versatility of our kits. Like we have paper pumpkin kits and we have other kits, because there's people out there that like to create and like outside the box. And I think the more you share that, the more people see the potential in a kit, right? Because sometimes I'll look at a kit and I'll be like, oh, I don't really care for that kit, or you know, it's kind of cute. But then my demonstrator friends start sharing alternatives, and I was like, oh my gosh, now I wish I would have ordered 2 of those kits because it's so much fun. I liked this just because, as I said, I have a daughter who loves to hike and she loves the mountains. So I know this is what this page is going to be for. Now I probably will add a double page, a second page, when I actually go to do my pictures. But for tonight, I just thought we would do a single. If I do a double page, I probably won't carry this pattern over, which is what I do in a lot of our Facebook or Monday scrapbook layouts. But I might just pull it in and do like photo mats so that I can get some more pictures on it. So the neat thing about this is that you are going to want to put your pictures on here. Now you're probably thinking, well, Anne, how do you print pictures that small? That is a great question. I actually have a Canon selfie printer, and my favorite tip for you is that I can use the Project Life app by Becky Higgins, and that is how I print my pictures. So on a 4x6, you can get tons of little 2x2s. Okay, so my goal with this was to put on all the patterns was on the black. So what I did was this pattern here, I'm going to show you, was actually from one of the cards. I literally took the card and cut it up. Okay, well, let me show you which card that was so you can see. Let me grab that flyer. So what I did was I took this card right here. So when you open this up, you get all the instructions you need. They're like really pretty pictures for you to see what you need. So here's card 1, card 2, and card 3. So what I did was, this is the card front that I used. And what I did was I just cut it into 2x2 squares. Actually, sorry, 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. So I just cut 1 3/4 and then got the images that I wanted, but this is what I am using from this kit. All right, so then I went with this. If you look at the kit here, like, so this pattern is more of like the water, and that's what I went with, where here is more of, like this is more the mountains kind of per se. Actually, it's kind of, yeah, so we are going to go this way. No, this way, let me think. Yeah. So, oh, that's the wrong picture. All right, so I'm going with these. I have to get my glue going here again. I'm going with these here at the bottom because they look like the water and the reflection of the trees in the water. And then I have 3 blacks here, and what I did was I put more of the mountain scenes in the middle. In here is going to go my greeting. So let's go ahead and put that down. Okay. And here. Now, I'm sure you're like me, if you've been around for a long, long time, you hold on to sets that you know are going to be ones that are going to be good, like ones that you will use over and over. So, I'm not sure if I told you, and I'm sure I've told you this story before, but I actually got into Stampin' Up! With scrapbooking. And so when, back in the day, Stampin' Up! Paired with Becky Higgins, and we came out with a lot of stamps with Becky Higgins, and we had Project Life cards and pocket pages, and it was wonderful. I really hope Stampin' Up! Goes down that route with pocket pages again. But I pulled out, because I said to you, this page is going to be used for my daughter's hiking. So what I'm going to do on the Lost Lagoon pictures is put 1 3/4 pictures of her view. So I'll pick one of her hikes and put it. And then I said if I do a double page, I will do full 4x6 photos to capture that amazing thing. So I thought I would go into my stash, because this week we are decluttering our stash. We're focusing on, my goal is to share with you to inspire you to get into your craft room. I don't know about you, but life is crazy. Life is very busy, and we all need a hobby or something we do that can relax us. Some people like to run, some people like to go to the gym, some people like to knit, some people like to read. For me, it's crafting. I love stamping, I love crafting, and I'm telling you, you will find me in my room majority of the days, especially when it's hot and humid. So I am pulling in an old stamp set. Like I said, this is old. This is one you can't buy anymore. Like, I don't even know when it came out. I wish Stampin' Up! Put the years on them because I think that would be really cool. But I loved it because I wanted to use the one that said never stop exploring, because my daughter loves to climb hikes, and sometimes I'll be like, oh gosh, just message me when you get to the top. And a lot of times when she gets to the top, she'll FaceTime me to show me the view, and I'm like, oh my god, like that's beautiful. I have seen some beautiful countryside through that girl. Anyway, so we're just going to ink this up, and we're going to use this one that says never stop exploring. Now, I've actually saved a couple other ones that are travel, because I find we don't really have a lot of travel stamps. I think I need to do Sandbox. I need to share that Sandbox out with Sandbox. We need more travel. All right, let's put that one down. And put this one, so we're gonna put that one in there. In the sketch, they had some circles, so we're going to punch out. I'm using the 1.5-inch circle punch, so we're just gonna punch out 2, and I'm just using basic white. All right, now I'm also bringing in that stamp, and we're going to use one that says let's go. And like I said, you know what, this, like, if you don't have a Mountain Majestic kit, you can use this layout for whatever you want. You could totally use the idea for travel and do it with other travel sets or with something else. Like maybe you have a stamp set that has cameras. You could put a camera in the middle. So one says, let's get away, never stop exploring. And my last one is going to say, go, see, do. You could change this out to be a Christmas one. How fun would that one be? Because Christmas, we tend to have a lot of pictures. And I find like probably travel and Christmas are our biggest ones where we take a lot of photos. All right, so there is that. So as I said to you, this is one that I'm pulling from my stash. So go look at your stamps, see what you have, and pull it out. This one, I was like, it's a keeper, especially for travel, because travel is something that we don't necessarily always get a lot of. All right, I am going to pop these up. Now, I am going to pop up, I'm just going to kind of go maybe, just gonna do in the middle so that I can actually still put pictures underneath, like I can slide in pictures. So we're gonna put one there, and we're gonna do one here. So even in this corner, I left it so that I can still slide my pictures underneath it. Now we need a title. So when I was thinking about what I wanted to do, I thought about when my daughter's showing me the top of a mountain or the view, I'm always like, wow, what a view. So that's going to be our title, what a view. So I've already gone ahead. If you follow me on our Monday nights, you know that one of my favorite dies for title making is the Alphabet La Mode dies. These are great dies. You can mix and match to make your own wording. My other one is the little mini alphabet dies. I use those a lot too. So let's go ahead now. I'm just going to use this as a guide here because I kind of want to make sure my title. So what? So W, we're going to punch out the last ones, but I just want to place this down. So I have already spelled out what, and then Okay, now I'm just going to move this off to the side, and we're going to do the other letters. I have already gone ahead and pulled and used our adhesive strips. you have seen many times. So what it is, it's adhesive sheets that you get, and you cut them to the size. So I just did a 2x2, and then I cut the same adhesive sheet that size so that I could run it through my mini emboss. So we're gonna bring in the mini cut. This is the boho blue. We don't carry this color anymore, but we have the basic white. All right, so we're gonna say what a view. So we need to spell the word view. So we need a V. And the reason why you want to use your adhesive sheets, it just really makes it much easier for when you're adhering them down. So what a view. So I've got my letters on, and we're gonna roll it through. Pull that off. Oh, I was like, where did that letter go? Look, it's stuck to my plate. Good thing I saw that. I would have like lost it, and then I would have been like, where is it? All right, so let's pop out our letters. So the tip with the adhesive sheet is you want to put it on the back. So I always put the good side of the cardstock up, so I know that when I put the adhesive sheets down, that I'm actually using, like, it's on the back side of it, so that when we flip it over, it'll be like the right way of the letters. Okay. All right, so now I have leftovers of this, so I'll just cut this off, and I have a little container by my die cutting area that I'll just use to do that. So let's put that little W away so we don't lose that. Let's bring back in our page. I'm going to spell V, I, E, W. What a view. Now, I feel like I need to move that over and center it a little bit more. So, let's just get this, just trying to get my letters straight here. I always recommend putting your letters down first and lining them up so you don't have to keep pulling them off. What a view. I think that will work. Okay, so the adhesive sheets are already on there, so now you're just going to pull those off, and we're going to stick them down. So what? Now, I'll definitely, when I go to add my pictures, I need to go get photo printer paper. I think that's on my job list this week, just to go get some. I will definitely document where, like what mountain it was, what the view was, whether it's like how high above sea level it is, things like that, because those are good facts that you want to know. So that's probably why I would do like a second page to incorporate all those fun facts. And then obviously pictures. Sometimes like she likes to take pictures of like the national park she's in, so things like that. Okay, what a view. Have you guys hiked? Have you gone hiking? Would you hike? I think I would love to hike. I don't know if my body could take it. Maybe a small hike. When I was visiting my daughter last year, she took me up. We drove up. It was like a big canyon and a small canyon is what they were called. So we went to the big one first, and we were like 9,000 feet above sea level. It was crazy. And we got to the top, and there was like little hiking villages along the way, but we got to the top and they were having a craft show. I was like, the top of the mountain? Like, it's amazing what people do up there. Okay, oops. What a view. I just moved. Okay, so now I think my letters is a little wonky. I think it's my W that's a little low. I was amazed. I was like, you know, there's like people, like ski villages and all that. And then there's like this little lodge, and they're having like a event, like a craft, like a market, a flea market. It's like, that's crazy. Okay, so what have you? I'm going to bring in the stamp set, and I thought I would add some birds. So let's go ahead and add some birds. Okay, so, and when you're doing like some birds, you should probably do them in like groups of 3s. There. All right. And maybe we'll do a few small ones, just in and around. Okay, so what have you? Maybe we'll do a couple small ones down here. Maybe just down here. Let's see. There. All right, so let me just put this away. Put this over here for now. Okay, so there is our scrapbook page featuring my title. Looks a little wonky, but hey, that's what makes scrapbooking. And I mean, I could put a circle up here with some journaling on it, but I like it the way it is. I think I'm going to leave it like that. I might add a little bit more birds. I don't know. But anyways, here is my scrapbook layout featuring the Mountain Majestic Paper Pumpkin Kit. So this is an alternative kit idea for you using the supplies from the Paper Pumpkin Kit. As I said, I'm going to put photos in here of one of my daughter's hikes of the mountains. And then I will probably do another page where I will include some 4x6 photos just to show what that looks like. So I hope I've inspired you tonight to go into your craft room and look for your paper pumpkin kits. And you know, maybe you haven't crafted in a while. And honestly, that is what I do. When I'm like in a creative mojo funk, I will pull out one of my paper pumpkin kits and I will play my music and I will create. It's truly heaven. It was so, so nice. So I encourage you to pull it out. And maybe you have the Mountain Majestic sitting on your shelf. And I hope that I inspire you this week with all the projects that we are going to showcase. All right, so how's this going to work? I am going to upload this video. It'll be on my blog tomorrow. So I will include the measurements for you and a list of the supplies. So you'll have the video, a list of the supplies, and the measurements so you can recreate this. Like I said, maybe you don't have mountain photos, but this would make a great Christmas page. You could do like Christmas memories and have like all your little things. You could do like a 2-page and do like a countdown to Christmas. Great for birthdays, travel. There's lots you could do with this page. So I'm hoping that I've inspired you. All right, everyone, so I will upload this video. It will be on my blog and my YouTube, and make sure you set your alarms and come join me tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, because I will be showing you a fun fold card using the supplies, the card pieces from the Mountain Majestics to showcase, and I also have some other samples to share with you. All right, thanks for joining me tonight. Have a great rest of your evening. Stay cool if you're wherever you are, if it's hot, and I look forward to stamping with you tomorrow. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.